This is Brendan Appel with Sons of Speed. I'm here with Omar Odeh of Ford. We're going to talk about the RS, and specifically our readers and listeners want to know the ones who've placed orders. They're very, very anxious. And we've heard about the delays that the production assembly line has been having. Can you tell us a little bit more about what those delays are and when we can expect the cars to be rolling off the line? And specifically, if you know what the issue is, what part's causing the problems?
We've actually have a very smooth and normal startup on the Ford Focus RS over in Germany. What we normally do is, even when we have a new product like this, we're going to stop the cars, we're going to test for certain parts, we're going to continue to build and test before we release them. So still anticipated to launch the car and have it here in the United States spring this year. So not expecting any major delays.
All right, now spring runs from April to June, so
as you know, that's why we have to leave it. And that's not only due to the production, but also the fact that you're shipping the vehicle from Germany, and depending on, filling boats and that types of things, that's another factor that comes in. So we don't really ship them until you get a full boat and then send them over.
Now, we're hearing from people out in Europe who have orders in that they're getting email updates, they're getting a lot of communication from Ford that the North American customers who have orders placed are not. Is there a reason for that, and is that going to improve in the future for the North American orders?
No, actually, with Ford Performance products, there is a Ford Performance line that the customers can call and get updates on their orders and get some status inquiries if they have it. And that's one thing that we do have here in North America. Whether you order an RS, an ST, or a Shelby, we do have the Ford Performance hotline that they can call and ask questions to.
One of the issues a lot of people have been having is with dealer markup. And this is a question that comes up all the time. It's happening on not only the RS, but also the GT350. What is Ford's position on dealer markup? Are they aware of it? And what, if anything, do they intend to do about it?
Well, we're very well aware of it, but that's the aspect of when you launch limited edition products that are very much in demand. So over time, that markup will go away because the natural market will come down for those products. So whether it's the RS or the GT350, you might have to wait 6 months or a year, but our position is that our dealers are independent franchisees, and we have, as everyone knows, MSRPs are manufacturer suggested retail prices. If the dealers choose to do that, we cannot control that because they're independently owned and operated. But my best thing is keep shopping around, and then just if it's too much right now, just you can wait in time, and eventually the market will settle on everything just like it does.
Well, and the way that usually happens is when production's increased to meet demand. So I know we have about 2,000 units that was estimated to come to the United States this year. Is that correct?
So that's one of the biggest misconceptions that it's out there. We're building way more than 2,000 units. I can absolutely break that, try to help your readers and break that up. We are building less RSs than STs, but and over time we will try to satisfy as much of the demand that we can. But obviously, with performance product being built in Germany, production is still limited, but it's not that 2,000 number, I can assure you.
Okay. It's a limited number, though, for the 2017 run. Is it going to be higher in future years as far if the demand keeps up?
Right now, we've announced that right now everything that's being ordered is 2016 model year, and then we haven't announced what later model years we'll have of it quite yet.
Do you have the capacity to produce more than you are right now in the RS facility in Germany?
Longer term, we will.
Okay. And now there's something on this car that is called a sound enhancer or something along those lines that maybe does noise canceling and sound enhancing. Could you tell us a little bit more about what exactly that does?
It's just a lot of your new vehicles are equipped with it. It's a sound, and with this particular vehicle, we got rid of the sound tubes, and it's actually just coming through the speakers because the new vehicles are so quiet and some people still want to hear some engine note. We are able to pump a little bit of that noise back in. But with the RS, it's less apparent because of the fact that you do actually have a very nice exhaust note. You got the pops and the burbles. I was recently driving one a couple weeks ago in Michigan, and absolutely amazing, just hearing those pop, 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 pop. And that's not any kind of sound enhancement. That is absolutely the natural exhaust note that's coming out of the vehicle.
And is it a microphone that's somewhere in the
in the
car
system? No, it's just through the speakers.
How is it being pumped in through the speakers? Is it a sound that's naturally generated and just being retransmitted, or is it being created by a computer?
It's being created.
Okay. Now, the EPA fuel economy on this car, our readers really don't care about it, but have we come out with a...
We have not announced the fuel economy. It'll be very competitive with our segment, but honestly, we haven't certified it quite yet, but it will be very good considering that you're getting 350 horsepower, which is the horsepower of many V8 engines.
And the all-wheel drive as well.
Yep.
Now, what other Ford Performance add-ons can we expect on the RS besides, say, oil cooler?
Well, just like our other things, I would expect to see some more tunes and suspension, exhaust, and all that kind of stuff. But you have to give us time to get the vehicle out there and work with partners to develop them. So there'll be a full suite, and not just from Ford, but obviously from other makes like Montoon.
One of the other media outlets broke a story a couple of weeks ago that basically said that the car was tapped out, that don't expect tuners to be able to get too much more out of this. Is that the case, or is there more room in the driveline and in the capacity of the car?
Well, one of those things in terms of being tapped out, we manufacture these vehicles to meet a certain standard in terms of durability, well over 100,000 miles longevity, well over certain amounts of cooling to the things. Absolutely, you see people putting 400 plus horsepowers in the 2.3 liter EcoBoost Mustang, but obviously you will have to upgrade certain components to make that function over the long term. So, I mean, right now we've developed it with the 350 horsepower, the 350 torque to last just as long as any other Ford vehicle throughout its warranty and longer.
And we have to talk about colors because there's only 4 of them.
Yep.
It seems to be an unlimited or a natural restriction on the colors. Are there going to be more colors added? When would that happen? I know some people who are, they're not particularly pleased with the lack of availability on colors, especially given, we've got the ST over there in a nice orange. We've got a dark gray over here for the GT350. Tell us more about the colors that we can expect to see.
Absolutely. Right now, we only anticipate to stick with these colors. Historically, some people, maybe in the United States, were a little spoiled. We're used to our full color palette. But in Europe, RS has historically been launched with only a few colors. The last model only came in only 3 colors. We actually pushed for a 4th color. We added black, we have the white, we have the nitrous blue, and obviously the stealth gray as well. So we feel that we've covered most of the palette. And don't anticipate adding any more colors in the near term.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
And here at the Chicago Auto Show 2016, and we'll be back.